The only health benefit at this point that actually has a clear ratio is when it comes to low mood or depressive mood. We do need to consume more EPA than DHA in this case. Expert panels usually suggest a ratio of 2:1 or 1.75:1. This has been a challenge in the past with algal oils because they're more DHA forward, generally speaking, but nowadays we're actually able to deliver an algal oil that's higher in EPA than DHA. There is a recent meta-analysis that shows that if EPA is 60% of the overall amount of EPA plus DHA, again, that's efficacious. And dsm-firmenich at this point is actually in the great position to have this kind of ratio in the newest algal lipids.
We've already talked, and you mentioned many new science and emerging sciences. Can you highlight some other new science that is emerging?
I think the two areas of emerging science that I find most interesting are the ones I've already mentioned. One is sleep. We only have very few studies on those, and I really look forward to seeing more publications. And the other is functional fitness for healthy aging. There are not too many studies in that area as well, and I think that's a very important topic that we need to watch as scientists.
Okay, thank you, Maaike. And we've also received some questions for the other Maaike. What can you tell us about the typical recommendation for omega-3 in national dietary guidelines and whether or not people generally consume that?
That's a good question. If you look at national guidelines, they often recommend like 2 portions of fish a week. And what I also showed is that it's quite difficult to achieve that by most people. The status of people is mostly low. But what you now also see with the trend towards more plant-based, more sustainable diets, in certain countries, they recommend even less or more sustainable sources. And probably I would say the algae omega-3 could be an option as